Back on another episode of CBB Review Courtside, Season 4, Episode 8. If you listened to the last episode, we heard from new Notre Dame head coach Micah Shrewsbury, so make sure to go listen to that. And again, give us a subscription on YouTube. Give us a follow at CBB Review on X, on Instagram for more awesome college basketball content. Today, we're going back to a player, a guy, Justin Taylor, plays for Syracuse basketball, had a good freshman season, looking to continue that this year. He's with us now. So, Justin, first off, how you doing?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm doing good, man. And obviously I'm doing really good because basketball is coming up in just a few weeks. I guess that's my first question for you. You know, you're preparing for a second season. How have workouts been going? How's practice been going for you?
Yeah, I think we're all just super excited. It's getting close now. So, we've been here for the whole summer, working up into the preseason. Now I think we're just ready to play. We've been practicing for a while and competing against each other. So now we're just ready to play against someone else. So it's getting close and we're excited for it.
100%. And obviously this is your second go around. You had a good freshman year with Syracuse, definitely a big part of the rotation for the Orange last year. You know, just looking at last year, I mean, how did it go for you? What were kind of the challenges that you had and just what was the overall, feelings on year one on the Hill?
Right. I think for a freshman, I was able to get, some good experience. I was up and down, of course, but the times I was in the game and, made an impact was good for me coming into my sophomore year. Just trying to be more aggressive this year and use my experience from last year to, help this team and, play my role, just be more aggressive, shoot the ball with confidence and learn what I did from last year under Coach Boeheim and use that this year. So I think I'm ready to just, take that leap and, be more of a leader and more of a scorer and just help this team out even more than last year.
I think there's one game that stands out to me where you did that a lot, and that was the Bryant game. You had 25 points in that one. Obviously a tough game for Syracuse in the end, but when you look back at that game, how do you think you can use that to be more consistent throughout this season?
For sure. I think that game kind of showed both me and the fans, the team that, what I'm capable of. Of course, that was just one game, so like you said, trying to, be more consistent and have that, multiple games. But it was good for me to have that experience, be on the court and be aggressive and show what I'm capable of doing. And it kind of brought me back to, high school days, being a scorer and stuff like that. So it was good for me to have that. Obviously, we should have won, but, using that coming in this year, just trying to be more like that each game and be more aggressive like that and, shoot the ball with confidence. So.
Well, you've mentioned it there a few times. You want to shoot with more confidence, but you also want to play more aggressive. Do you mean that you think you're going to expand your game more to drive into the bucket more this year? I know last year, spot-up shooting was your main thing, but do you see your offensive game expanding in that way?
Well, I think with just how much talent we have on the team, we have so many weapons. So it's all about, doing your part as, doing your role. But for me personally, I think just, of course, stay shooting the ball consistently, from three-point line. But, of course, when they do run me off the line, attacking the basket, looking to make plays and just being more aggressive overall and not just settling for, just only being a shooter. But, of course, using that as my main weapon, of course. But, overall just being more aggressive and confident on the court.
We've got a pretty good assistant coach there in Jerry McNamara that knows a thing or two about hitting three-point shots, made 400 in his college basketball career. I'm sure he has a lot of stories, and I'm sure he lets you guys know how well he is at still shooting from downtown. But what's it like kind of learning from a guy like G-Mac?
No, that's my guy. That's been my guy ever since, junior year, since they started recruiting me. I built a really good relationship with him personally, just outside of, just basketball. So, of course, he always lets us know about, his times back here, in Syracuse when he played. He'll shoot with us every now and then, before practice. But there's no one like him, being able to learn from a guy like that who won a national championship, as successful as he was, like you said, shooting the ball. And, he has a ton of experience, a ton of basketball knowledge. And for me to be able to learn from him each and every day is something I definitely don't take for granted. So it's special to be around him.
Of course, McNamara, an assistant coach again, going into another year with the Orange. You also got to learn from a legendary Hall of Fame coach in Jim Boeheim. Ended up being his last season in college basketball. What were the takeaways that you got from playing under Coach Boeheim? And, I know that going into the year, there were maybe thoughts of that he might retire, but no one really knew until the end of the year. So, when you look back at what you were able to learn from Coach Boeheim, what were your biggest takeaways?
Yeah, it was special. I think, his resume kind of speaks for itself, and it always has. Just the history he's built here at Syracuse, and just the legend that he is. So for me, I definitely didn't take it for granted. Learning from him as a 19-year-old, just soaking in everything that he told us, all of his basketball knowledge, all the things he's done, all the players he's coached is kind of remarkable. So for me to be able to play from even just the 1 year was special. I think for all of us, we were able to learn a lot from him. There's no one like him. He definitely has a unique way of coaching, but it was good for us to have that experience, playing under him for that 1 year and learn from him and seeing how he operates. And of course, he's still around all the time, so we see him. We're able to talk to him and have a good relationship with him. So playing for him that 1 year definitely helped me go into this new year. And yeah.
Yeah, obviously, like you mentioned, Boeheim's still going to be around the program in a capacity, but it's a new guy at head coach. It's Red Autry, someone who you and the rest of the guys already know. He's been in this program for a while now. So transitioning into a new head coach, have there been challenges there? Has it been seamless? Like, what's that process been like so far?
I think it was good for me and the whole team that they kept it in the family. He was already associate head coach, so we were used to him. He did a lot for us last year. He helped run practices, obviously, and he was there for us. So it was good for us, easy transition, just because we knew him already so well. A lot of us have good relationships with him, and they didn't go outside of the coaching staff. So that was good. So I think that made it easier for us. He definitely has taken on, of course, a more leadership role, being head coach now. He's super vocal, brings a ton of energy, and I think that was the main difference this year. It's just the energy level that he brings, and we all respect him, of course, and listen to what he says, because we all believe that he has the right path for us, and can help us get to achieve those goals that we want to achieve. But it's been great so far, ever since the summer, ever since last year when he took over. It's just the whole culture change and energy change has been huge, and he's been doing a great job. So.
Yeah, obviously you mentioned there that again, it was a little bit of a seamless transition with what Autry has been able to do in this program. Again, Justin Taylor here with us on CBB Review Courtside, going into year 2 with the Orange. But you mentioned year 1 with Adrian Autry. When you look at maybe the practices more in depth, is there anything he does with you guys that is a little bit different? And I know that he's obviously mentioned more man-to-man defense this year. There's going to be less zone. Is that maybe the biggest takeaway?
I think that's for sure the main thing, just because it does take up more time in practice than the zone did. There's just so many things to go over when you're playing man, ball screen defense, coverage, help side, all that kind of stuff. So I'd say that's definitely the main difference for us, because most of us on the team, other than our transfers, have never played, man-to-man on the college level. So it's, taking some time for us to adjust to that. But I think we've been working on it ever since, last year into the summer, to the preseason. So we're ready for it now. But that was definitely the main thing. I think practices have definitely been more competitive too, just because we do have so many guys, so many weapons, and a lot of talent. So compared to last year, I think that's something I've enjoyed, and a lot of us have enjoyed, just how competitive practices are, and how much energy is being brought each and every day. So that's something that Coach Redis, speak to, and makes it excited for the year. So.
100%. You mentioned the energy in practice, and of course, you got a guy at point guard who plays with a lot of energy in Judah Mintz. What's it like playing with someone who some people think could be one of the best guards in the ACC, one of the best players in the country this season?
Yeah. I mean, without a doubt, he's one of the most talented players I've ever played alongside with, and seen in person. Like you said, the energy he brings, the enthusiasm he brings to the game. He's super relentless. He's aggressive, but this year he's definitely, coming back. I think it's good for him to, learn how to, where he's going to lead us. Of course, he's going to be that leader more so compared to last year, because he is a sophomore now, and he's been great in practice. And I mean, y'all are going to be excited to watch him, of course, when the season does come, just because of, I think he's improved a lot since last year, and I'm excited to play alongside him this year. And I think we can go far, with him leading our team. So I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I've already heard some things about how much better he's gotten at shooting from distance, and of course, that's just I can't even imagine what that's going to look like on the court. When you first saw him on the court, though, did you notice just how special he was, or what was that like?
Yeah, so I've actually known Judah since my sophomore, junior year of high school. We played on the same AU team together, team takeover for a little bit. We're kind of from the same area. So I've known him for a while, and I've been able to kind of see his improvements year after year after year. So it's special, seeing him from when he was a sophomore in high school to now he's a sophomore in college. So, his talent kind of speaks for itself, and it's a blessing to be able to play against, or play with a guy as talented as he is, and have him be my point guard. So super excited for the season and to see him improving. So
yeah, and obviously you get Judah at point guard, then you go to the opposite way. You got a 7'4" center in Naheem McLeod. Is you the tallest person that you've ever played with? And I know he might not even be done growing. I mean, what does his presence bring to this team?
Yeah, he's definitely the tallest person I've ever played against or played with. His presence definitely speaks for itself. He's long. He actually moves well for a 7'4". I didn't know that until I actually played with him. He actually he moves well for how tall he is. So that's gonna help us, of course, and just being that presence inside. Especially losing Jesse last year, we needed a guy to come in and replace him. So Naheem's gonna do a great job for us this year. He's super mobile. He's athletic. He can run the floor. So of course defensively he's gonna help us out a ton. So having him down there for us is going to be huge for us, especially down the road.
Obviously, I can't get to everyone, but there's a bunch of other key returning players, other guys that are coming into this program for the first time this year. Just to kind of wrap this up, when you look at this team this season and the roster that you guys have, I know that Syracuse more than anyone because you're practicing, you're playing with this team. So what are your expectations and your outlook heading into the season?
Yeah, I think for us, it's just to win games, to bounce back from last year. Everyone knows that last 2 years have not been, what Syracuse basketball is about. And I think we're kind of looking to change that culture and energy around Syracuse basketball and bring it back to, what it should be on that national platform. And as long as, we play together, play the right way, we have all the talent we need, we have all the pieces. So at the end of the day, it's just about winning games, playing together, and we'll go far no matter what. I think if we play the right way, we'll go far and make some noise. So,
yeah, I know that the expectations are always high in Syracuse. Do you believe this is an NCAA tournament team?
Oh, absolutely, no question about it. So, yeah,
100%. I love the confidence, and obviously we hope to see your confidence on the floor this year. Justin Taylor with Syracuse basketball. Season's only a few weeks away. Again, thanks for joining me here on CBB Review Courtside.
Yes, sir. Of course, appreciate you having me.
Awesome. And again, for everyone listening, just as always, let us know who you want to hear next. We'll talk to you next time.